Hello, 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 everybody. This is your girl, Retro Star. Welcome. Definitely welcome, everybody. Welcome to another run of Ducktales 2. I did promise you the last time in the last Ducktales that we were going to be doing some Ducktales 2. We're going to be doing the same thing we did with the previous Ducktales. We were going to be doing the bad ending, the good ending, and the runs on difficult. So here we are. We're going to start with the bad ending. I've already did runs, did a no death run on this game, and did a no death run on difficult. And now we just finished doing the bad ending. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this run. This is going to be probably about almost 40 minutes, so grab your popcorn, grab your beer, and sit down, relax, kick up a nice little lazy boy chair, and just and enjoy this run. This is a very special run. DuckTales 2 is also a very great game, I think, in my opinion. Coming to you from 1993. DuckTales 2, we're going to be doing the bad ending, just like we did in the original DuckTales. So this is going to be interesting. So I hope you guys sit back and in your lazy boy enjoy this run. Let me just go over a few things just like I did in the DuckTales run. This is really quite different from the DuckTales run, the bad ending, and let me explain why. Number 1, DuckTales 2 does not have a time. There's no time clock up there. It looks like they did away with the time clock, so therefore we don't have to worry about a time bonus giving us extra money if we beat it in a timely manner. So we won't have to worry about the time clock anymore, which is a good thing, because I think the time bonus thing was probably one besides the diamond thing, you know, the random diamonds and jewels that you get. Besides that, you know, the time bonus was another thing that could have kept us from getting the bad ending. We're still dealing with the of course, the random jewels and all of that. So we have to make sure we be careful. But this time, you know, there's a way to get rid of those jewels. This is actually, instead of the bad ending, they should have said this is the DuckTales death run. Meaning the opposite. Well, what I mean by death run is meaning the opposite of no death run. No death running the game, it means beating the game without dying. A death run means acquiring your goal with deaths. So this is what we're going to be doing in this time around in DuckTales 2, is acquiring the bad ending. But of course, it's going to require me to lose lives, and not just a little bit of lives, a lot. So sit back and relax, and this will be interesting to see how this fold out. And this is really, really, really interesting how you get the bad ending here. We're still dealing with the random jewels, so we still have to be careful with the random pop-up of the jewels. Like right here, you have a jewel that pop up right there, and of course I know that, and I picked up on that because it ruined one of my runs. But the thing of it is let me tell you how that works. Even if you do get jewels, there's a way you can get rid of the jewels, the extra money, and it's by losing a life. If you lose a life and you don't get the the safe, make sure you don't buy the safe so that you won't save money. Once you die, you lose all of the money you get in the stage once you lose a life. So all you have to do is just lose a life and you will lose the money. So how you do this is just spending money, just spending your money, and we're gonna make Scrooge McDuck a broke motherfucker again. Once again, we're gonna make him a broke McDuck in this run. So we were definitely gonna have to spend some money and keep spending some money and keep spending some money. Definitely gonna grab some things and keep that money from growing, because we gotta finish this game on zero. So we gotta spend and spend. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game in this. It's spending the money and keeping that count low. We don't want him to be rich. We want him to beat the game on zero. So basically later on I'm going to buy some continues. And yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, we have continues. There were no continues in the previous DuckTales. You can actually purchase continues as many times as they appear, many times you want. Well, you can only buy it once at a time, but you can use your continue and then buy it again and then again and again. So this game is really quite more lenient than the last DuckTales. You know what I'm saying? The last DuckTales, there was no continues. You could not continue your game. Once you're dead, you're done there. So here you'll be able to buy like cakes. You're able to buy continues. You're able to buy things like maps and stuff that you can buy extra men and everything in this. So this game is actually really quite great, you know, and it makes the game very entirely easy. Unbelievably easier than the first, because you get a lot of perks here. A lot. They took out the time clock, so you don't have to worry about the time racing against the time. You know, you can keep Scrooge McDuck around and jumping in circles as many times as you want, and the time won't run. You don't have to worry about him dying. So it's like time clock's gone. You got continues when you didn't have continues the last time. You can buy foods. You can buy things that'll help you, extra men, continues, and foods and the stuff to aid you in the game, which makes the game very easy. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to avoid this chest right here because, of course, you know, we don't want to get extra money. And also, it really does help too to keep those numbers even. Just like in the last game, it was mandatory to keep those numbers even. You wouldn't been able to get the bad ending in the last one if you didn't keep those numbers even. But here, like I said, it's more leniency. There's nothing on the time clock, so you don't have to worry about the time bonus. You don't have to sit after the boss and let the time go down to 2 seconds or the last 5 seconds. You don't have to worry about the time bonus here, which is a good thing, which makes this a little more enjoyable and a little easier, and a little less time, of course. No, it was actually kind of fun to do. Still a bit scary, but still really fun to do. A lot funner than the last one. You know, the last one was a lot harder. So what I'm gonna do is just take this guy out like normal. Really easy boss. These bosses are so much easier. You want to talk about what's easy? The damn bosses. These are the, you know, I love DuckTales too, but these are the lamest bosses ever. I mean, these bosses are so fucking easy. And then they give you continues, and then they give you all these perks, which makes that game easy. So easy, but it's a fun game. So fun though. So fun. This is DuckTales 2, guys, you know. I didn't get a chance to get to this one. I didn't play this one growing up, but I did. I grew up with the original DuckTales. So what we're gonna have to do, I guess, we're gonna have to buy a continue here, because there's gonna be in one of the stages we're gonna have to do something really interesting, and we're going to need continues in order to execute the bad ending. So like I said, this is a like I know you guys heard what a death run is, but here's my own definition of a death run. This is the opposite of a no death run. We're going to actually be losing lives in this game to accomplish the bad ending. We're going to be losing lives. So you're going to see here in a minute, I guess when we get to Egypt, you're going to see what I'm saying and why the intro had the skull and crossbones, because this is a death run. As you can see, my son's dreadlocks has made his debut into my run as he's walking across the camera. God bless my son, he allowed me to do this run without bothering me or interrupting me. So he just decides to, to debut his dreadlocks into my run. But that's cool. He can do anything you want. He's my little buddy. So now we're going to the stage here. Very, very fun game. Ducktales 2 is fun. It's easy, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Very rare game. I didn't get a chance to play this one growing up. I played the first one, but Rudy bought this for my birthday. I think a few years back. He bought it for my birthday. And it cost him quite a penny to get it for me, but I have it. Definitely have it, and it's definitely a gem. It's definitely a gem, but I didn't get a chance to play this one, so of course I had to learn it, which is just really quite fun. I could play this game over and over again, never get bored of it. We're going to be doing the best ending. We're going to save the best for last, like they say, saving the best for last. And we're going to do the best ending. And yes, we're going to do what I did before. We're going to do the best ending on difficult. We're going to give you the best ending, which will require for me to get some treasures and probably all 7. I think all 7 of the maps. And then you even uncover a secret stage or something like that. But we'll see when we get there, but that's to be the next run that I do in this. So right now we are doing the bad ending. We're making Scrooge McDuck a motherfucking broke McDuck. So this is probably, to me, through the entire game, this is probably the hardest boss. So now I have to die here. Why? Because I got money. You see where it says 1,000 right there? I got hold of a gem. So now I have to lose a life. Now look what happened. When I lost a life, it went back down to 0. So that means, I can still proceed. My run isn't ruined. Like in the last Ducktales, if I was to got 1 gem, it would have ruined my whole entire run. There's absolutely no way to get rid of your money, extra money that you acquire, and you're not supposed to collect outside of the boss treasures and a couple of treasures. You're not supposed to collect outside that. So anything you collect outside of this, you have to get rid of it by dying. This is why I say this is a death run. So I got a hold of a gem, so I got rid of it. So now I can proceed like normal. It absolutely did not body my run, which is good. That's a good thing. Now we can just do away with this annoying fucking boss here. Coming to you, this is from Capcom, 1993, early 90s. Great game. Awesome game. I like this game. This game is really cool. I love it. Really awesome stuff. Great music too. The game music is great. Bosses are a little easy for me. I wish they could have made them a little more complicated, but yeah, it is what it is. They made the game easier too, by giving you all these perks. And then you can, by getting the star, you can increase your meter. Getting the cake, you can fill up your life. Getting the safe, you can save your money. Getting the good mojo doll, I think that's extra men, if I'm not mistaken. Continue, you get to buy a continue, guys. Like I said before, there were no continues in the first DuckTales. There was no continues. So now this is where I think I made a mistake, and I'll tell you why later on in the game. So I think I got a cake. What is it I got? Have we even been to the castle yet? Yeah, I like how this one got like a little map, and you can go like you're like traveling around the world. This is a really cool concept, I think. You're traveling around the world, collecting treasures and doing all the, you know, Ducktales stuff. And I think that's a pretty cool touch to the to bring in another game of Ducktales. So as you can see, this is the we're in the castle now. Probably the most annoying game in the entire stage in the entire game. There's a lot of really tough spots in it where it could body you. Even though we're not going to worry about dying here, since we've already died. So I mean, even if I catch a body, as long as I stay in the game, you know, as long as I keep continues and you know, don't use up everything without doing a continue, then I'm in. So the pressure of dying it's pretty cool. Nah, you know, not to be pressured to do a no death run here. So it was really relaxing to do this. Now that I didn't have to worry about doing a perfect run, and just basically just keep my money at its lowest, and beat the game at its and keep the money at its lowest was the goal, instead of just you know, not dying. So basically, this is my idea of a DuckTales death run. And of course, I still almost said no death run because I'm so used to saying no death run. Who does death runs? Unless you're doing a special trick like this. So basically what I'm going to do is get through the stages. It's always wise to get through the stages as quick as possible, so that you don't have to come in contact with gems or anything. Like I say, even if you do contact with a gem, there's a way to get rid of it. But you don't, you know, you definitely still don't want to come in contact with any extra money, and keep those, keep everything on the up and up, so that you can keep that money low. All right, we're going now. This is probably the lamest boss of the entire game, the easiest boss in the entire game. Look how easy he is. It's absolutely like he's really not trying to get you. And basically all you have to do is just predict where he's going to be and just jump on him. So usually I just walk back and forth because I know he randomly appears either on the left or the right. So if you just go back and forth, you'll be able to get an idea where he's going to be at, and then you'll be already there. Sometimes you'll miss, you know, but most of the time you'll be close enough to get him a little bop on the head, you know. Very easy stuff. Alright, looks like, guys, I'm going to be going to the fun stage, and we're going to be going to Egypt. This is where I'm going to be executing the formula to get get Scrooge McDuck totally broke, because we can't beat the game with any of that right there. Those numbers gotta go. So we're going to execute a formula that's going to cut down on all of that money before we go to the last stage. Wait a minute, I think this is the last stage. I think I did beat every stage, right? I think I did beat every stage, and I think Egypt is the last stage. So since Egypt is the last stage, I have to execute the formula here and make sure we get rid of all of this money. So this is how it's gonna go, and you're gonna see in a minute how we're gonna execute the formula and get him broke before we beat the stage. We have to do that before we leave the stage, because then we'll be going to the final stage. We'll be going to the final fight, final battle. So basically what I'm doing here is taking some hits. So, you know, I don't know why I didn't take the hits first. Okay, I just lost the life on purpose there. We're gonna lose lives right now. This is the death run. We're gonna lose all of the lives, and we're gonna continue on purpose. Okay, continue. And buy another continue. We're going to buy continues until we're down to nothing. We're going to buy things until we're down to nothing. As you can see what's going on here, we're going to continue this run of death. I'm going to take some hits so that I can buy a cake. Use the cake and then die. See what I'm doing? Another one. So we can use up the continue we just bought. And this is how we're executing the formula to get rid of all of the money. All of the money, ladies and gentlemen. All of the money. And now we gotta get looks like we don't have enough to buy continues. Now this is where things got a little hairy. And it was a good thing that I was able to redeem this. I know earlier, like I told you earlier, that I had made a mistake and maybe purchased something I shouldn't have purchased. But as you can see, I'm going to redeem myself. We're going to do it as we're going to go ahead on and get this continue. Sorry, Scrooge McDuck. Alright, use that last, I think that's the last continue you can use it. You see my money's low. That's the very last continue. I can't even buy continues anymore. So now I've got to execute a way to get rid of all of my money, which there is a way. Which was awesome about this, because I absolutely was sitting there thinking, okay, did I fuck up or do I have to? I actually thought I messed up the run and I was going to have to start over. But I came up with a very, 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 very good solution. Buy a cake, of course. Purchase the cake because I did get rid of my cake. And now you can see I still have the money. So now I can't buy no continues. And I can't die anymore. Because if I die again like I was dying before, it's going to ruin my run. Now this will ruin my run. Since I can't buy no more continues, I cannot die and do those things anymore. So now basically what I'm going to have to do is just find a way to spend the extra money. As you know, as I'm sitting here trying to gather my thoughts as to what I'm going to do to redeem this run. Either I could start the game over, or I can just think of a way to save the run. But I think earlier I maybe spent too much money or something. Bought something wasn't supposed to bought, or I shouldn't have bought, and kind of threw everything off. But as you can see, I bought a safe. This is the last stage. So, like I said, I could do that because there's no really doing anything after this. You're going to be going straight to the last boss. So now that I got the 50,000, now what I'm going to have to do, I can't die anymore. I need to keep those men in order to finish this run. So now I'm going to proceed through the stage, and I'm going to find Launchpad McQuack. This is what I thought about. I was sitting here thinking. I said, wait a minute. They have a Launchpad McQuack on the stage, and then Launchpad McQuack does not disappear. In the first Ducktales, when you use Launchpad McQuack and get a ride from him, you can only use it once. In this game, you can use it more than once. I don't think I used him once through the game. So all I have to do is just go to him. He'll boot me out. Give me a ride out of the stage. And yeah, this is what I thought. You come back in the stage. Jeremiah's dreadlocks is making a debut in my run again. But like I was saying, exit out of the stage, go back. It's going to take me straight to the store, and I can get rid of that 50K right there, and then I'll be okay. So yeah, I came up with that as I was getting ready to just give up and just do the run over, and just take the loss and do the run over. But I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, I kind of messed up, but I didn't mess up. I could still redeem myself here. So now basically I'm just going to find Launchpad with Quack, and we're going to take a ride with him out of the stage, and then come back in, go to the store, and then come back to the stage and beat the stage like normal. So, but still have to be careful not to get any extra gems. We cannot hit a gem. If we hit a gem, it could ruin the run. I got 2 men up there. That's all I got. So I would have 2 men to be able to waste if I needed to at the boss to get rid of the money. But it's best that I try to avoid doing that. As you can see, I took the ride from Launchpad with Quack out of the stage, and it booted me right back to the map. And then all I have to do, it brings me back to the store and just get rid of the 50K, and I'm good. Get rid of the 50K, and we're back down to 0. So all you gotta do is just use your brain a little bit. Just use your brain, never give up. It's not over until the fat lady sings. So just remember that it's not over until the fat lady sings. And I thought of a way to save the run, and I did. I did save the run. Now we're on a good roll. We are down to 0, where we should be at this time, because this is the last stage before the final battle. So now we're going to go back into Egypt, and we're going to beat the stage like normal, but have to be extra careful not to come in contact with gems, not to come in contact with any extra money. While we're on 0 right now, the only thing we need to collect is the treasure from the boss, and that's it. Collect the treasure from the boss, from beating the boss, nothing outside of that. That would jeopardize the run. So as long as I don't come in contact with any extra gems, I mean, even if I did come in contact with one, I could still die, and then, no, I can't. No, I take that back. No, I can't, because I have the safe. I did buy the safe. So anything extra that I collect is going to body the run. So yeah, I take that back. Since I bought that safe, I can't have any extra money. I will not be able to get rid of it at all. So now I have to be careful not to come in contact with any gems that's falling out of the sky or falling out when you kill a boss or kill an enemy. I have to be extra careful because they pop up out of nowhere when you least suspect it. Be careful around around enemies, because the enemies do have gems, and a gem would ruin it right now, because we did buy the safe, and the safe was going to save money, and you don't want any money. We're supposed to have both of those things are supposed to be on 0. We're supposed to be at 0, sitting on 0. So we cannot afford to get any gems. So I have to cautiously do this. Now look what happens here. You're such a fucking killer. I don't understand why the snake was giving me such a hard time or whatnot, but I have to be careful, because the snake, I think you kill the snake, he gives you one of those huge gems, and I have to be very careful because it can fall on me, and it'll body the run. It'll mess things up. Will not be. You see how? Look at that. I almost fell on it. Did you fucking see that? I almost fucking fell on the gem. That's why I have to be careful with the snake. And look, there it is again, another gem. Another gem. Of course, when I'm doing the best ending, that's not going to be a problem. But anytime you're doing the bad ending, you cannot come in contact with any of these gems. Look at that. And it almost hit me. All right, look, just 2 close calls right there. I almost got hit by the gems. That would have been it. I got the safe. That money wouldn't have been going nowhere. and I don't have any continues. Look at that. Look at that big gem right there. See how it just pops up like that? Yeah. I got lucky. Gotta make sure I don't have gems falling out of the sky here. So now we are at the boss, and even though it's not a problem when we lose one life, it looked like I almost did lose this life right here, but I got lucky. If I lose one life, that's cool. But as long as I don't continue, because there are no continues, and once you use up all your men, that's it. Run will be ruined. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we gotta get the treasure, and of course the treasure puts us back at 1,000,000 again. And here is how we're going to execute the rest of the formula and get him back down to 0. So now we got the last and final stage, the very last battle at hand here. So now we got to do what we got to do here, and make sure we do it before we go there. Treasure map. You see the treasure map? We're going to purchase the treasure map, and we're going to get rid of all the money. There you go. Voila. We're back down to 0 again. And now pretty much the run is in the bag, because all I have to do now is just body the last boss. And then we are home free. The bad ending run is in the bag. But basically it's in the bag here. Because the final boss is pretty. He's pretty easy. So there, guys. This is where things are gonna be ending. Hope you guys enjoyed this run. This was a really fun run. A lot funner than the. Yeah, I see how I'm executing my little thing there on top of the boss's head. I kind of discovered that. I've noticed a lot of players do use that, but I actually did when the first time I played it. That was the very first thing I did on that boss. I don't know why, I just did. Alright guys, that's it. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn, and get ready to see Scrooge McDuck lose everything. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoy this run. Hey, it's too bad we lost all of the treasures, but at least we got each other. I suppose true friendship is all you really need for happiness. Yeah, well, you get some true friends, I guess. Don't worry, Scrooge, your treasure's safe. So basically, this is what you see on any normal. This is the ending you see on any normal one. So, and you're getting ready to see the bad ending. This is just in Flint Heart found the treasure of McDuck. So basically, making him the greatest adventurer in the world. So basically, you see what just happened. This is why this is the bad ending. You don't get this ending on the good end, on the normal. You don't get this normally. This is the bad ending, guys. Pretty bad. Poor Scrooge McDuck. Poor. Don't worry, Scrooge McDuck. I'm coming back, and you're gonna get all your fortune back. Just like you said. You have not seen the last of Scrooge McDuck. We coming back to get our fortune. You best believe that, sucker. Enjoy while you have it. Well, guys, there you go. We sitting on zeros. We made Scrooge McDuck a broke McDuck. I hope you guys enjoyed this run. I'm going to be doing the best ending next. Glad you guys hung in there with me on this almost 40-minute run. This is really fun. A lot funner than the original Ducktales run. A lot funner because they got rid of the time bonus and all of that, and it was a lot easier to do. Definitely a lot more fun and a lot easier to do. So basically, yeah, we're gonna redeem Scrooge McDuck one more time, So stay tuned, everybody, for the best ending on difficult. And I hope you guys enjoyed this run. And this is your girl Retrostar with another death run. Well, this is the only death run that I've ever done. And thanks for watching, guys. So you guys have a good day, good night, and keep it fucking retro. Stay tuned for the best ending of DuckTales 2. Have a good night.